Hello, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome to yet another Let's Interview the Finalist for the Harry Potter Wizarding World Tabletop campaign. I am here with one of the candidates, Kallista. Say hello, Kallista.
Hello there.
Um, just as an FYI, because I'm sure some of you may be curious, Callista did fully intend on letting us see her face today,
My face.
but unfortunately, we're still having some technical difficulties. But rest assured, if Callista does end up getting chosen, she is more than willing to, investigate and figure all of that out in time for session 0. So, Callista, thank you so much for joining us today.
It is fantastic to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's wonderful meeting you as well. And we're not alone with just Callista. We have our guest interviewer here, Mikey. And you may have remembered, some of you watching, Mikey from such campaigns as the Mass Effect Season 2 campaign or Mass Effect Revolution, where he played Nathan Callahan, an Irishman. It is St. Patrick's Day as of the recording of this interview, so it seems very fitting.
I have some alcohol. It's very Irish here at the moment.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. Cool. All right. So with that, I'm just going to get out of the way and let Mikey do his thing.
Thank you. So, Callista, as a player, you've created a half breed, a half hag,
yes.
which is a unique thing because I've never heard anyone actually ever mention half hags ever. So, congrats on that. Bonus points.
Thank you.
Most people don't really want to play as the bad person. You know what I'm saying? But if they do, they will usually shun the bad side of that race and go their own ways. For example, most people who play Hellspawn, Tieflings, or Goblins tend to say that their character isn't anything like what their stereotypical race is. So how are you going to take that concept and then make it your own?
Well, Izzy in no way shuns that hag side of herself. She is so proud of being half hag, and she's probably done some questionable things in her short lifespan. Has she eaten a baby? We don't know. She might have. She probably has. But I enjoy playing characters that kind of come from two worlds, if that makes any kind of sense. The D&D character I'm currently playing is a half-orc. Her mother is an elf, and she was raised as an elf rather than as a half-orc. And she kind of walks that line between I'm kind of snobby and I have a temper problem. Where do we fall on this spectrum? Because Izzy has had some contact with her father. She visits him and she speaks to him regularly, but she was living with her mother and her aunts and her grannies, who aren't technically her grannies, if you know what I mean. So I think she would just simply be more influenced by that side of herself, rather than the only reason she hides that nature that she has is because she doesn't want to get beaten up, or she doesn't want people going, "Hey, baby thief," as she walks down the corridors of her school.
So if you could go back in time and decide a pivotal moment in your tabletop gaming experiences, what's one that sticks out to you?
What sticks out to me, it was actually the character of Kallista that she was a very important character to me. She was the first ever character that I created. She wasn't like a here, play a halfling rogue, if you know what I mean. I created her, and she means so much to me that I use her name online. And it was the first session, and we were playing Eberron, and we had met a goblin or something. I can't remember what he was, but he turned to me and he just went, "Oh, you look weird," something like that. And it wasn't even something that I did consciously. It was just this the DM turned and I just gave him this nasty look. This sounds so stupid. And the guy opposite me just started laughing. And the DM was so confused. And he was just, what's happening? What's happening? She gave you a really dirty look, did you? I don't know. And how do I explain it? That was one of the first times when I really felt I'm in the group I'm meant to be in, if you know what I mean. That it was a moment where I felt, oh, I've made someone laugh. Inadvertently, but I've made them laugh. And like soon the whole table was laughing. And there was just this wonderful sense of camaraderie and oneness. And it was just a lovely moment. I could have gone with the time a man chased me into a toilet to yell at me, but I went sweet instead.
Interesting for very, very, very different reasons.
Yeah.
You mentioned in your video that you're someone who commonly plays rogues in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
As somebody who personally has always played the tanky character, I am the guy who stands in front of the rogue giving them sneak attack all the time.
Thank you. We appreciate your efforts.
We appreciate the tanks. Hashtag tank appreciation day. Do you find your characters working well in unison with other characters like that? Or do they prefer working alone?
I think it depends on the character. Kallista was kind of her own little person, mainly because she kept, when I say screwing over the group, I don't mean badly, but she enjoyed booby-trapping the house, and it's not her fault that her companions couldn't see her traps. So if they lost HP at the beginning of every day, that's not on her. That's on them for not using their eyes. And as a result, a lot of her teammates were kind of like, we like you, but by God, you're annoying. Please stop booby-trapping the house. I've fallen down the stairs 4 times this week. Please. No more.
It's like Home Alone.
She was Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, yes, she was Macaulay Culkin.
Kallista Macaulay Culkin.
Yes. Bree, who was the rogue I played before her, she was the one I got handed to. She was very much into being a part of a team, and she valued family a great deal, and as such she wanted her team to feel like part of a family, and which was slightly awkward because it was randomized tables every week. I was doing Adventure League back with Bree, so it was very hard to create a kind of family atmosphere, but that's what she tried to do.
So here's the in-character potions. The scene starts in the beautiful, snowy but clear-skied Bulgarian mountains. The old fort of Rasasta on the Bulgarian-Hungary border, which has been converted into a high-class private school for the witches of the Bulgarian and foreign nobility, stands opulent and ignorant of time. The ancient architecture and flowing, fluttering coats of arms against the pure white and black peaks of the mountains, it's enough to take many people's breath away. You, Isadora, you're currently being driven up the winding, twisting mountain roads in a very expensive private Rolls-Royce. Your butler, Cowden, a middle-aged man from John O'Groat, Scotland, turns to you. Ah, young lass. You're on your way to school. I believe we have a new identity for you to hide your father asked me to provide it for you. So I believe here it is, and he will offer you a dossier.
Isadora rolls her eyes a little, but she takes it, and she'll flip it open and start to read.
It's Isadora Marlowe, except instead of being spelled M-A-R-L-O-W-E, it's spelled M-E-A-R-L-E-A-U, as in French.
Okay.
The cover is that you are the daughter of a British duke and a French duchess who had a little bit of a going on. And they are both sending you to this school because Ivermorny won't take you because you're not French, full-blooded French. and
Okay.
Hogwarts didn't send you a letter of administration. So they're sending you to a private wizarding school because you have, of course, got magical abilities.
So, Izzy is going to side. Really? A French Why do I have to pretend to be French? I can't do a French accent. Why?
It also says, Madam, it also says, Miss, that you are living with your father in England.
But French, what? I got used to the other spelling.
You could have been Greek.
Oh, don't say that, please. Don't say that. I thought it couldn't get any worse.
Oh, Miss. There is also other news, of course.
Oh no. What is it?
Cowden looks at you. He's this very big, very broad man. You believe your father hired him as both your butler and your bodyguard. Think Alfred.
Okay.
He has really short, nicely cropped hair, nicely tight cropped beard.
Okay.
He's maybe 40, you'd say.
Okay.
There's also the fact that this is an all-girls school, meaning I cannot go. You're being assigned a close protection agent.
So I'm gonna have someone following me around now. Oh, that's just fantastic. That is. Who is this person? Who is she?
Sophia Malkovich. I've read her file, and you won't be, unfortunately. It's a private, and
Why not? If she's following me around, don't I get to know that?
He gives you this very telling look, as in you should turn over the page in the dossier.
Okay, and she turns.
There she is.
Right.
Sophia Malkovich is a early 30s she worked with various private and government military bodies. She's also a witch, so that helps too. She has many reports of different things there you can feel free to read. But as you do, Cowden reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder. Little miss, you know that I'd follow you anywhere, right? And if I could go in there with you, I would.
You could always get a sex change.
No, I'm pretty comfortable with the way I am.
Okay. I won't push that.
I'm not that, there's a limit.
There's a limit to your devotion. Okay, I got it. I'll remember that.
You should. He gives you a smirk.
Is this Sophia person nice? Have you met her? Is she cool?
No. Your father has. Apparently he likes her.
Oh, she won't be cool then. Damn it.
We'll find out. And as he says that, the car comes to the stop and the driver says, "We are here."
Okay, thank you. She's going to open the door and trudge out into the snow. She looks back at him just like, I see you there. I see you. Not getting a sex change for me. Curse you.
So you turn around and standing there, you instantly recognize her because you've seen a picture of her. Is Sophia Malkovich. But she's about 6'2". Ooh. She's built very athletically for a woman. She has a very, military vibe, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
But what might catch you off guard is that unlike every other close security guard you see here, she's one, not wearing a suit, and two, she has a giant hawk sitting on her shoulder.
Ooh, she might be cool after all. I'm going to motion that I see her. I'm going to walk up to the school gates then. If they are there.
I wouldn't say she'll cut you off, but she'll join at your side. And if you turn to look, thanks to your heritage, you have a very unique connection with magic. When you look at her bird, now that you're looking a lot closer, you can tell that this bird is magical.
Okay. Can I tell magical in what way?
It's probably a magical beast, either that's been transmogrified into a hawk, or it's a hawk that's somehow been imbued with magic, one of the two.
Okay. I'm going to keep looking ahead, but I'm going to say, nice bird you got there.
Thank you, Miss Marlowe, she says very matter-of-factly. Miss
Isadora
Marlowe,
again is going to roll her eyes, just thinking, I'm going to have to deal with that accent now. Oh no. New accents.
Miss Marlowe, I am Sophia. I am your close security. I am your bodyguard, whatever you like to call me. I have already set up things. I will be taking you straight to the principal's office, where she will be giving you your room key and my room key, and of course, giving you your timetable.
Okay. Thank you.
Your father has hired me to be your personal security, but I will not be staying in the same room as you deserve your privacy, and when we're up here, I'm more of a formality, which makes this assignment very boring for me. But I'm here now.
Glad to know I'm so boring. Okay.
Hey, we're in the middle of nowhere, and everyone's a wizard or a witch, so it's a pretty boring time.
Is there nothing around for miles? Seriously?
Nothing. There's not even a Starbucks.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Pumpkin spice lattes, man. Pumpkin spice lattes.
You should be like, even Wakanda's getting a Starbucks.
So she leads you to the principal's office. She doesn't really say much. These three, I'd say 6-year girls, all three of them are wearing very expensive dresses. They're all very, very fancy looking. There's a blonde, a brunette, and there's one who has this very strange, multicolored rainbow hair. It's not like streaks, it's like patches, you'd say.
Okay.
And they all sort of come up to you, and the one in front speaks, unfortunately I can't do this accent, but she speaks in a very thick Spanish accent. And she says to you, what is a peasant like you doing here? You shouldn't have set foot in this place. How dare they allow you in here?
Isadora is going to take a breath, and she's going to attempt to sidestep the girl.
They will step in front of you. And they will keep, all three of them at this point are now railing at you. And Sophia's standing next to you, but she's not getting in your way, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. Isadora's going to take a deep breath, and she's going to say, I have no idea who you girls are. Clearly, you aren't important enough for me to know, so why don't you just get out of my way so I can go to the principal's office, get my things, and be out of your way. And we don't need to do this, do we? Surely we are classier than this, ladies.
Oh, okay, so the one with the very spotty hair seems to smirk a little, like almost like she's glad to hear someone stand up to these two. Because she's been saying the least. She's there, but she's definitely not saying as much as the other two.
Okay.
And the other two just sort of look you up and down, like, oh my god, how dare you speak that to me? Like this very bitchy, like top queen bitchy sort of way. But after like, yeah,
Okay.
after like a half second, they just sort of step out of your.
Okay. Izzy will walk past them. She's not going to give it backwards. She will just walk past them.
Sophia will follow you, and
Okay.
you can hear her. I'm going to say that you can hear her chuckle a little, just a lightly small amount. Sophia will open the door to the principal's office. It's this very big, very heavy-looking inlaid door, mahogany, you'd say, and
Okay.
opens it. It leads into this very nicely lit, not very dank, very pretty, very expensive looking. The principal is sitting in her chair, and she has a quill in one hand, and she is currently writing something. You'd say this woman is in her late 50s and probably Turkish or something like that. Middle Eastern, Turkish, Syrian, Israeli, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And she looks up and she says, "Oh, Miss Marlowe, nice to see you."
Thank you. And Izzy will approach if it seems appropriate.
It is. And you
Okay.
see Sophia come in. Well, you obviously hear Sophia come in behind you and close the door and stand against the wall. The principal will direct you to take a seat.
Izzy will.
Your items have already been brought to your room. Here is your key, and here is your timetable. Now, Miss Marlowe, and she will take off the very heavy-looking glasses that she's wearing and puts them on the table in front of her.
Okay.
Miss Marlowe, I understand that the documents that we have been given about you and your past aren't exactly clean.
Izzy is going to look confused. She's just going to pretend she has no idea what this woman is talking about.
We have heard, and through very reputable, and that you, Miss Isadora, are Joshua Northcutt's daughter.
Who?
Joshua Northcutt, your father, Minister of Foreign Relations in the Ministry of Magic.
Never heard of him.
Of course, you would say that. Miss, don't lie to me. Please, it's not going to save you any trouble. It's not going to save you anything. And she will produce a small envelope. Opening the envelope, she will show you a picture of you and your father together.
Izzy is going to take a very long, deep breath in, and she's going to sit back in the chair and level her gaze with the headmistress and just kind of look at her in a way that says, okay, what do you want?
Understand that your mother is, of course, Madam, the Madam from France, which is probably some relief to you because she knows your mother is. She doesn't know who your mother is. That's a good thing. And we also understand that your father has paid a very exorbitant fee to have you come here. We also know you are not royalty. So technically, knowing this, we should expel you right now and throw you out on the street. But thanks to your father's sway, and of course some favors we have pulled, you will get to stay here, and nobody else will figure out about your paperwork.
And what's the price of this?
Oh, nothing.
I doubt that.
You can thank Zofia's family, the Miakoviches, for this. They are very, very good at their jobs. And you see, Zofia is still ironclad. She hasn't changed in any way, shape, or form.
Mm.
And the principal will say, "It's nice to see you again, Sophia. It's been years." And then Sophia will say, "It's been years, all right. Hasn't been long enough."
Isadora is going to look from the headmistress to Sophia. She's not going to say anything at this stage. She'll probably say something to Sophia later, but right now she's just kind of eyeing up the situation.
Well, that will be all. Please, please feel free to have Sophia show you around the castle. She knows the place back to front. And also remember that your first classes start on Monday, 7 a.m. sharp.
Isadora will stand up. She will take her timetable and key, and she will say, "Thank you, headmistress," and she will turn and leave.
Sophia will open the door for you.
Thank you.
Close the door behind her.
What on earth were that about? What do I owe you? Please explain.
Damn it. You see her, like, she doesn't drop the gaze of being unfazed, but you can see that she, like, grabs the bridge of her nose, like she's very irritated.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "I don't speak to my family anymore because of this very reason. I am the black sheep. I am the good egg Or in their case, in my case, I was the good egg. In their case, I was the bad egg. Let's just say I
Okay.
didn't take to the family business.
Okay.
I joined the Auroras. They don't say that.
All right. What will your help cost?
Your father has already paid for my help.
Okay. If you say so.
I definitely say so. My contract is binding,
How binding?
legally and physically.
How physically?
Very physically.
Okay, that's more than Calhoun's was. Okay, and she's going to go off to her room.
On the way there, you notice Sophia's getting some very strange eyes from the teachers. Especially one. You would say she's probably one of the oldest teachers here. You could say she's probably close to a century old, this teacher, just by looking at her.
Okay. Okay.
And when she sees Sophia, her face goes from being this very soft, almost grandmotherly look to
Yep.
just pure rage.
What did you do to these people? Did you destroy a building? Kill someone?
She just gives you this look later. And once you get back to your room, assuming you let Sophia follow you into your room to talk about
Oh, yeah.
this. So she will shut the door and lock it. I went to school here.
I guess that.
And that old hag you saw in the street in the hallway,
When you say hag, do you mean literally or?
metaphorically.
Okay, just checking.
I keep forgetting to do that. I've been with muggles a lot recently. Anyway, she may have gotten on my nerves, and I may have punched her in the mouth.
I'm sorry. So okay. I'm. Go on. Okay. I'm sorry.
To give you the TLDR version, she was bad mouthing me, and it earned her a black eye.
Nice. I'm sorry. It's an old woman. I shouldn't be saying that, but still.
She wasn't that old when I was here.
Dear Mother, school isn't going so good. I think Dad's really he's not picked a good place for me to go. Plus, I think your lessons were better. I know it was you and some of my aunts trying to teach me about the dark arts and then getting into an argument mid-lesson, but I enjoyed them and I could be me. I can't be me here. I have to hide, and I have to hide twice as hard now. And I just want to come home. Please, Mother, if you can make it so, please let me come home. Please. I hope you're doing well. I can't wait to see you again. I miss you and Dad so much. Lessons are starting up again soon, so I'm sorry it's only a short letter, but I'll write you again soon, I promise. My love, always, Isadora.